Hello there. Let's learn how to generate a wallet address under the Stellar blockchain. So we are going to be learning how to generate a Stellar wallet address, right? So this particular tutorial is for blockchain developers. It's for Stellar blockchain developers that are still on that beginner level, right? So we are going to be looking at how to generate a wallet address under the Stellar blockchain. Yes. So this tutorial is also for crypto traders, right? Stellar crypto traders on the Stellar blockchain. So if you trade on Stellar, if you use these different platforms to generate Stellar wallet address, right? You use this wallet address to receive tokens, perform transactions, basically all of that, right? And then you are curious, how are these wallet addresses being generated? How are these things done under the hood? So if you have that curiosity, right, you've come to the right place. Yeah, so let us look at it. Let's look at how these wallet addresses are being generated. Yes, so before we proceed, let's bootstrap a Node.js project. So we run npm init and then y for default values, right? So once we have this set, we can proceed to generate the library that we're going to be using to, we can proceed to install the library that we're going to be using to generate this wallet address. So let's check out the library on the npm.js. So we can search for stellar-sdk. We can see it being suggested. So this is the library that we're going to be using to generate our wallet address. So this library is here, you can see it's JavaScript library for communicating with the Stellar server. You use it to communicate with the Stellar server, right? And then use it to make RPC calls and all of that. Use it to sign transactions, all of that. So this is the command. We'll copy this command to install this library. So once we have this command, we paste it and we have our library being installed. So once we are done with this, yes, once we are done with this installation, once this dependency is completed, we can proceed to let me create the file. So let's create the file to generate the wallet address. We can call it gen wallet, right? Gen wallet address.js. So once we have this file, right, let us import the classes that we're going to be using to generate this wallet address. Stellar. So the class that we are going to be importing from this dependency is keypair. So once we have this keypair imported, we can create a variable. Let's create a variable called kp. Let's call it kp. And then this kp is this keypair class, right? Dot generate dot random rather. So we'll call this random method on it. So once we have this variable created, we can extract the private key. So this kp now is just keypair. Let us call it keypair. This is the key pair that we have created from this key pair class. This key pair class is coming from this stellar dependency. So once we have this key pair consists of remember this key pair consists of the private key and the public key. So now we can extract the public key, right, and the private key from this key pair, from this variable. So let's create this new variable, public key, call it this key pair dot public key. And then we can do the same thing too for the secret key. Secret key, right? And then we can call it secrets. Then we'll call this secret method on this key pair. So once we have this public key and this secret extracted and assigned to this variable, we can check them out. We can log them on our console. We can log the public. Let me say public key. And then we'll do the same thing for the secret key. secret key. So once we are done with all of this, we can execute this file. We can execute this file on Node to see the value of this variable. So we just run Node, the name of the file. Remember Node, the name of the file .js. So once we execute, we can see our public key and our secret key. This is our public key and this is our secret key right here. Okay, so that was it. That was the whole process of generating a wallet address under the Stellar blockchain. So this is our public key and then this is our secret key. So let's go over the whole process of generating this wallet address, this key pair. So this is a class. This is the class that was used for this whole execution. This key pair, right? This key pair is a class from this dependency. This dependency is the stellar-sdk. Yes. So once we imported this, we called this random method on this keypair.random, right? And then we assigned it to this variable, this keypair. Then this keypair now, this keypair variable that we have, it consists of the public key and the private key. So what we did here, we extracted the public key and the private key. The private key is also the secret key. Like they are just used interchangeably. We extracted this secret key, right, from this key pair. And we are just assigning them to these variables. Then we log them on the console. So this is the public key and then this is the secret key. So this whole process is just similar to the Solana process of the Solana process of wallet address generation. So it runs on the ED25519 algorithm and cryptographic code, right? Yeah, just like Solana. So once we are done, we can check out our wallet address on the Stellar blockchain. So we can say Stellar Block Explorer. And if we try to check our wallet address, we can see that it does not exist here. So it says account not found. Why? Because on the Stellar blockchain, any wallet address that is generated requires a minimum amount. There needs to be a minimum amount on this wallet address for it to be registered on this Stellar blockchain. So currently the account is empty. So we would need to transfer some amount of token rights to this wallet address before we can see it on this Stellar blockchain, before we can see it registered on this Stellar blockchain. So to do that, we could check out the Stellar for set. You can just search Stellar for set, and then we'll just check out any of these for sets. We can try with this for sets, and then we'll just request. So it says error faucet is unavailable. So we can just try other faucets. There's this particular one I like, Wodi. Yes, so we can try with this. And then we'll just paste our wallet address. Let's see. And it was successful. So we got some for sale. We got this amount of token. We got 10,000 SLM, right? So we can go back to the block explorer. Remember this for set is on the test net. So we'll just switch the network. We're currently on the live net. So we'll just switch the network to the test network, right? And then we'll just check. You can see it. This is even our wallet address. You can see it is registered on the blockchain, right? It is registered on the blockchain on the test network, and then we can see the balance that we have. We have 10,000 worth of XLM. So this is it. This is our wallet address that we generated, registered on the Stellar blockchain. So that is the whole process of generating a wallet address under the Stellar blockchain. Remember to always keep your private key safe. Remember to always guide this your secret key. So I'll be discarding this wallet address right after this tutorial. Always remember to protect your secret key. Anybody that has your secret key has access to your account. The person has access to all the tokens of your account, and the person can easily remove them, right? So always guide your guide your secret key. But that was it. That was the whole process of generating a wallet address on the Stellar blockchain.